Hello guys, and welcome to what will probably be the final episode in this Rio Grande do Sul campaign of ours here in Victoria 2 with the historical project mod. Let's just get going. To be honest, I don't really know exactly what's going on. I took a massive break in recording this series, as well as in uploading it, and just uploading in general. Sorry about that. It's a thing. But yeah, I definitely think it's time I wrap this one up and don't just leave it on an awkward cliffhanger. Even if the campaign basically is finished at this point, you know, I don't really see what else I'm going to do in this. We've kind of achieved what we set out to do, I think. I think maybe like a quick war against Brazil or Argentina is really all that remains. I don't know, pick up this region or maybe these two. I mean, you could take these two and then colonize this province, maybe. And again, I kind of like the little river border we got going here. It feels natural. Maybe a war against Brazil. Run over and go claim these two provinces. I would have to cheat a bit to fix the border if I take Mato Grosso, but... I mean, I've already cheated by adding a CB that lets me take capitals, so I think if I cheat a bit to give some provinces back to Brazil, then... at least that people should be okay with. We'll see if the Brazilians are dumb enough to let themselves fall to fascism. Because their army isn't, you know, it's fighting all these tiny armies instead of actually, you know, fighting the army that's taking over their capital. Let's just wait and see if they can pull that off. Also, Argentina... oh, they had rebels, but they went away, I guess. Yeah, it would be nice if the Brazilians would let me... oh no, they aren't going for the capital. Okay, well, never mind. I spoke too soon. But yeah, it would have been nice of them if they could have let me... also, actually, there's some work we need to do in Brazil before we can actually invade them. Need to make sure the Americans don't get involved. I don't need to start some like massive world war at this point in the game. That would seem a bit unnecessary, eh? We can integrate Buenos Aires. I mean, that sounds reasonable enough. Probably might not be enough time left in the game to really make it happen, but... still, it would be cool to core Buenos Aires. Sure, Victoria 2. This is totally the perfect time for you to give me a really lucky CB. At the point where it really doesn't matter anymore, but, you know. Whatever, man. Alright, let's have one last war against the Brazilians. 72 war score, really? Well, I guess even if I wanted to call or add anything more, I wouldn't be able to do it. I took 2 infamy, by the way, so I definitely could have. Everyone will accept. Double check that Italy doesn't have more score than me. No, they don't, so they're not going to accidentally become war leader. I don't know if a secondary power can even take over war leadership from our GP. Wouldn't surprise me if they could, because this game is a bit scuffed sometimes. You know what, I should have prepared for like an all-out attack there, but eh. Let's just try and blitz our way in here and get going. I would want to prefer avoiding having this escalate. Alright, there goes the shitty Brazilian fleet, despite the fact that my fleet has been criminally underfunded for years and as a result barely even floats. But, oh well. That's fine. Crap, I probably will have to just attack this army. Probably can't just do like a... who cares a fuck... Who cares, you know, garbage and then pray that it works somehow. I don't know what their mill tech is. But let's just see if this works. Oh yeah, that works. I don't know why exactly, but they might even get the retreat. No, they didn't. Okay. I probably didn't even need to do a proper surrender. Or like, I probably didn't actually need to surrender them properly there. Surround them, I mean. God. That is one of the problems of this game. The AI has a very hard... like, the AI tends to reach a point where it ends up having a very hard time rebuilding after disastrous wars. The lack of a late game challenge is definitely the part of the problem. It's like the opposite of multiplayer, where the late game is like everyone has become gods, and moving any front line is impossible. But that's like kind of the point, though. You know, it's First World War type combat. Now look at that, Italy. Yes, the glorious Italian invasion of Brazil. Truly a glorious day. You wouldn't just want to give up? No? Alright, alright. Are you even mobilizing? I haven't seen any real mobilized stacks. I don't know where they are. Over here, I guess. I guess we got their capital before they were able to raise anything. Good on us. Aim. Right, everyone who can go back. Or everyone, actually. Yeah, there we go. And our borders have become an abomination. Okay, let us immediately resphere Brazil. Because I saved up some points before the war. Open whatever garbage they gave us. And get some government interventionism. And then we need to cheat a bit. Because these borders are unacceptable. Provide. Change owner. And boop. And there we are. Isn't that much nicer? These are like pretty... Oh yeah, this is good. I like these borders. These are nice borders. So we only really conquered these 3 provinces, but once again, I think that's... I don't know. It is what it is. I think most people can agree that it's, you know, you should really be allowed to take individual provinces in this game, and it's kind of dumb that you can't, so I don't really feel bad cheating to make it happen. Alright, there you go. I don't know, a part of me is almost like a little pleased that I actually got some infamy there. I just kind of want the campaign to be over at this point. Also, I'm running out of money. Whoops, good thing I caught that. Okay, let's have one last war for real this time. We will claim what remains of Buenos Aires. And finish what we started. Yes. Very dramatic indeed. Oh wow, Paraguay actually joined. Honestly, points for, you know, sticking with your good commie friends, you know. Consolidation among the comrades and all that. That's, you know, I can respect it. Even if we are an evil capitalist reactionary empire, you know, you gotta respect the you know, camaraderie. Even if you're doing that at the same time as you're ruining everything else. White peas, you're not warlord, are you? Ah, no you're not. Sure thing, dude. You proved your point. Okay, so maybe he wasn't quite as loyal, you know, he pretty much immediately peaced out, so maybe it was more of a token support thing, but I don't know. That is what it is. Let's see how long Argentina holds out. You know what, let's just yeet ourselves into the mountains and pray we don't get interrupted by anyone. That did indeed do the trick. Yay! Honestly, I'm not sure if that made our borders better or worse, but it is what it is. Honestly, our border might have been nicer if I just hadn't taken this whole area, but I've spent some good fucking infamy on it, so I'm not handing it back now. No sir. Jesus, look at that. 10,000 migrants. Truly the utopia of Rio Grande do Sul is great. Except for the fact that the entire economy is dedicated to paying industrial subsidies. But, you know, if you look away from that slight detail, then, you know, this is glorious. Nice. Patagonia just got independence from a crisis. And it was Austria who did it, yes. We all know the deep Habsburg interests down in Patagonia. And there we stand. Finally! I can finish this campaign, which means I can finish editing, and then I can finally put this on YouTube after that awkward, like, 2-month long break or something. I don't know. It's been bad. Regardless, you don't need to know about that. Let us instead just have a look at our nation, have a look at the world, and just wrap things up. So yes, this is the final expanse of our nation. Of course, we have our meme colony over here, and I think that's it. As I said, it's been a while since I've actually played this. I don't necessarily remember exactly what we were doing at the end there, but whatever. I think we were able to core quite a lot, so, you know, we can claim that this whole area is like a is like an integral part of our nation, and in due time this will have been integrated too, surely. I mean, we even got Buenos Aires and Secor. The fucking ravioli lords over in Paraguay, of course, did not jump on the bandwagon. I mean, they are kind of rather independent-minded, aren't they? Still, pretty neat. We are mostly Brazilian. I swear I did a better job Brazilifying this than in my Brazil campaign. No, wait, Brazil campaign? No, I never did that, did I? At least not in single player. Regardless, me having a brain aneurysm aside, I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a cultural mess, but that's fine though, because, you know, we accepted both Brazilian and Platinian, so it ended up working. Yeah, so we made Uruguay Brazilian and made parts of Brazil Platinian, so yeah, we're mixing together, we're blanda upp, and we're getting those good cultural mixtures going. Quite nice. Politically, in South America, things are, if you just cut away the bottom part, it looks pretty normal. Then you get down here and you see this gimped communist Paraguay, who is mostly fascist, although quite a lot of communism too. That is a huge amount of communism compared to what's normal in this game. Still, got scuffed Argentina, which is now like a steppe nation, I guess. Scuffed Chile, and of course glorious Patagonia. And also Bolivia. Let's also just pretend that this is actually a part of Patagonia, because I don't... yeah, it's nicer to think of it that way. But yeah, the Bolivian quest for a coastline really made them do some horrifying shit, didn't it? North America, painfully regular. Neat to see the Spanish managed to actually hold on to Cuba, though. They did have to give up Puerto Rico, but still, they were not able to assimilate it at all. But still, it's neat. If you scroll over to Asia, it looks pretty normie too. Although how normie independent Manchuria is, I don't know. And also, the Qing Empire never actually exploded. They civilized, stayed absolute, and kept the thing going, even if they lost their homeland. But they have course on that, so we can think that if the game continued, they would have eventually be able to get their hands on it, considering how weak Russia is. Oh no, they're not weak, what? Oh yeah, they're actually pretty strong, despite being a dictatorship. Huh. Yeah, Japan sucked dick. Basically didn't achieve anything. Thick India, normal. Africa is a glorious mess of reasonably thick Portugal. Some Spanish colonies. Yeah, the Spanish did quite well for themselves. The Brits, of course, and look at that, Ethiopia was never colonized. Lost Eritrea, I guess, but all things considered, that's alright. Yeah, Germany didn't achieve much there. I don't even know if I want to talk about Europe, because that will force me to talk about this abomination of that is Austria. I mean, it kind of worked out for us, because we were able to sphere Italy, which is, you know, yeah, my sphere is kind of dumb, isn't it? I sphere Belgium, Turkey, Persia, and of course most of South America, except for Patagonia, of course, which became Austrian, and Colombia, which, you know, were kept by other people because of the canal. But yeah, the whole thing is a bit silly. Let's just put it like that, eh? And yeah, Poland has been independent for a while. Have they been able to? No. Yeah, I don't think this starts out as majority Polish, does it? Lemberg? Maybe it does, actually. This is Lvov, isn't it? Lemberg is just a German name for it. I guess Poland... yeah, why hasn't Poland renamed that? They are Poland, they're not Congress Poland. So, I don't see why they didn't get around to it, but... I don't know. Maybe... I mean, it's literally their capital. You'd think that would be a priority, but I guess not. Ethnic map mode on the different continents is... yeah, America is always a mess. Glad to see the Métis stayed the majority in one province at least. Oh wow, even if Manchuria is independent, it's still majority Chinese. Yeah, they can't catch a break. Although I guess the fact that they were able to keep control over China should be like a pity prize. Or more than that even. Yeah, Asia, like these areas very rarely change. Simply because there's just so many people, so you can't really get away with it, can you? Europe seems very normal, actually. I mean, yeah, there are some random blotches of Irish culture in the middle of Britain, but that is, sad to say, extraordinarily normal in this game, so... although, if anything, the Albanians have been spreading like mad. Although it's probably more the fact that they've been colonized a lot by Turks, which pushes the which makes most provinces absolute majority Albanian, except for this coastal province, which is a bit more colonized, I guess. Yeah, you see some of the standard British colonialism here, but honestly, of all the Africas I've seen, this is quite, you know, African. Even Central Africa over here is majority Ubangi. Normally this is like German or something, because it has relatively low pop and I guess some decent resources, so a lot of people tend to move here, especially considering that life rating. Holy balls, look at that. I don't know how that exactly came to be. Maybe that's more the answer to the question of why people normally get a bit out of hand over here, but that is what it may be. That is really all the map modes that I think I care to deal with, because I can't really think of anything else. I mean, administrative map mode, I mean, that's fine. So yeah, that will be the end of this campaign. I don't know what I'm going to play next. I mean, feel free to leave suggestions and all, but think of them more as, yeah, suggestions, not necessarily things I will in any way, shape or form play. I mean, I'll probably try and play it eventually, of course, but you know, I'm not going to promise that it will be in the next playthrough. It might take 3 years for me to do it, you know. I have a tendency to be pretty slow with these things, but still. Thanks so much for watching this episode, and also thanks so much for watching this series, and until the next series, bye.